Mike McCool here in the Royal Examiner studio, and with me today are some ladies from the Department of Social Services, and everyone knows Michelle Smeltzer and Megan Bowers. So why is Megan here today?
Well, I just wanted to come in and introduce our new job developer at the Department of Social Services. So Megan accepted the position and started last week. So I wanted to get on here and let everyone know who they can come and see to help find a job.
Well, there you go. So tell us a little bit about this new job you have, Megan.
Yeah, well, I'm really excited to get started. I'm hoping to connect job seekers with local businesses and also do some development of our community to help them get more prepared for having a job, keeping a job, things like that. So I'm really excited. It's open to anybody, whether they're a client of social services or not, or even a resident of Warren County or not. They can come see me at social services so we can help with resume building, interview questions, job seeking, internet access, things like that. We're prepared to help them get a job and help the local employers to find great people.
Yeah, my grandson just went out and got his first job outside of here, and, we're giving him all the tips and points, and people don't realize it's people judge you by that first impression when you walk in. It used to be a joke here. They'd walk in the door, "You're not hiring, are you?" "No, not today." So, that's like strike one when you first walk in. So, and I tell another big point is, if you don't know what the employer does, don't ask.
Yeah.
Now it used to be, you didn't know what people did, because you didn't have the internet. But today, I tell people, look it up.
Right.
Yeah.
Be prepared. I'm sure these are the kind of things you talk about.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things if you're new, especially if you've never had a job or you're young, or even if you've been old and you wonder why no one's returning your calls. There's a reason. And it's probably that first impression or your resume or tons of stuff. Right?
Yeah, and technology is always changing. Where to even look for a job is always changing. It's great to know what dress codes look like.
Sure.
It's great to know how to present yourself, how to shake a hand, how to tie a tie, things you might not be prepared for.
Yeah.
And so we're here for all those little things to help people find the right jobs.
Yeah, that's great.
And keep them.
And this is something new that the DSS has started? Or
So we've had...
I know you've had a job thing in the past, but...
We've had a job developer the last 2 years, and she left and for another position.
She found a new job.
She found another job, yeah. So we're, we just hired Megan for the for that position, and she's coming in with a lot of great ideas, things that we hadn't even thought of. So we're really excited about the things that she's going to bring to that position.
That's right. She was in a position where she hired people, so she kind of knows what
what she's looking for, exactly.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on that,
you.
and I'm sure I'll let you get your feet wet, then we'll come back in, and we'll talk about some opportunities and classes or whatever else you're doing, training you're doing, and how we can help people get work.
Yeah, I would love that. Thank you.
It's great. So what else is happening in the world of DSS?
One more thing I just wanted to say is that in order to get a job, sometimes you need, or you usually always need an ID.
Right.
You need your Social Security card. So there are certain things that you need in order just to get the job, and we also help with that.
Sure.
So if if you need an ID, if you need Social Security, unfortunately you have to go to Social Security to do that.
Sure.
But if you need something, if you need a phone and you're on like Medicaid or SNAP, we can help you do that.
Sure.
So there are certain things that you can do that social services outside of the job developer can do to help with that.
You look at social services and the first thing you think of is food stamps. That's kind of like, that's what we remember social services doing. But it sounds like you're a one-stop resource center.
Well, we are. As a matter of fact, we are. So we have our one-stop resource fair tomorrow afternoon. It's Wednesday from 1 to 4 at the community center on Villa Avenue. Mm-hmm. And we have a lot of agencies that are going to be there tomorrow. We've been promoting it on our Facebook page, the Warren County Department of Social Services Facebook page. And
the Royal Examiner.
On the Royal Examiner, yes. That's been up there. So we have like Northwestern, Warren Coalition, Phoenix Project, Virginia Cooperative Extension, Laurel Ridge. They have some great programs through Laurel Ridge.
Yeah,
which
they
we'll
really
be
started some
through.
job programs over there, working with the state and counties and
right.
things. That's great.
Yeah, they have some great things going on there. the Virginia Department of Deaf and Hard of Hearing is going to be there. I think this is the first time they're coming.
Huh? I just had to wait for that, right?
Yep.
Yes. DARS, the Pregnancy Center, the Salvation Army.
These are all great organizations. We've
yes.
talked to quite a few of them. And it's just amazing the services that we have available. You know,
Right.
we don't even know they exist. And that's one thing great about this resource fair is that they're all in one location.
Right.
So you can
come by. There's a Front Royal Treatment Center, which is just recently opened this year. Grand Canyon University, which has been there a few times in the past. And we're having the Department of Child Support Enforcement, Health Department. So a lot of different places. And if you have questions, you need certain things, and you just didn't know where to go, or you just haven't had a chance to call them, you can come in and talk to a representative from that agency and get the information that you need. And of course, social services will be there.
Yeah.
So
if you've been hanging on hold just a little too long,
Right.
come on in, right? That's great.
So and then we're also going to be having a job fair. It's going to be November 2nd at the community center. And so we are working on getting all the companies to come in and get that. And that's going to be it. This is going to be hers, and the job fair will be hers once we get going.
I expect big things then.
Yeah, we're going to.
So we'll come in and talk about that next month. All right.
Yeah, so November 2nd, put that on your calendar.
Okay. Well, I know that's not all you have going on.
That is not all. Of course, I always, we have the Jubilee. The Jack-o'-lantern Jubilee is going to be October 26th. It's a Thursday night from 6 to 8. And we have a lot of our community partners coming in and setting up tables and...
Where's this at?
And this is at 15th Street, up by the Health and Human Services on the track where it's been the last couple of years. Okay. So everybody will be dressed up, bring the kids, dress them up. We'll have candy. Everybody's supposed to bring candy. So that's always really fun. I think we're planning on having inflatables.
You always put on a big bang up there. That's always great. And a lot of people show up, even though it's on a Thursday. People show up.
Every year it's gotten bigger and bigger. It's really a lot of fun.
Right.
Decorate your tables and have a good time. And then now that we're in September,
it is getting chilly in the morning. I thought about you this morning. I thought, boy, it's cold. So
well, it's not cold in the afternoon.
No, it's not yet, but it will be.
It's going to be pretty sooner rather than later. So we're having our second annual One Night Without a Home for the thermal shelter. And that's going to be October 21st at Marlow Heights Baptist Church, where it was last year. Mm-hmm. And this is something where we're going to have speakers, we're going to have some music, and there's a place to set up a tent if you want to camp out. You can sleep in your car. You can just come and enjoy the evening and leave. But just kind of a little... something to kind of, if you decide to spend the night, this is what it's like in a little bit. I'm sure it's will be a little bit more comfortable than our and unhoused people that we have in our area that are living in tents.
Well, they say if you miss your paycheck for 2 times, you might be living in your car.
Right.
So way our economy's going. So this will be a good little experience. So you just appreciate... when you're hitting people up for donations, you can say, "Well, this is what it's like." So
it's a little,
give us a few shekels,
a little taste. It's not exactly, but
no, but it's not camping or glamping.
You're right, as I would do.
Yes.
But I wanted to say we've had 2 of our thermal shelter guests that have been with us the last either 2 or 3, 4 years that are now housed. They were both housed last week. So, that's what we strive for. We work with them. The thermal shelter works with them. Social services works with them. So, we're so excited that these 2 were able to get housing. So, and that's just what's happened recently. Right. And that's just, others have had housing also, but these 2 were long-term, homeless that have been able to get housed. So that's wonderful. We're so happy for them.
Great. But you have a lot of other stuff going on that One Night Without a Home. You got a band
we're looking for silent auction baskets. Megan has already recruited some people to donate baskets, but and that's wonderful.
It's an
Thank
evening
you.
of fun at the same time of serious.
Where it's a fundraiser. It's kind of if you don't know much about the thermal shelter or what we do, you want to become more involved and learn more about us. We welcome you to come out just to hear what's happening. And
It's a good work.
yeah, because we'll be open pretty soon. We'll be open in December. I hate to say that's pretty soon, but it's going to be here before we know it.
Yes.
So
have you got a date yet?
no, not yet.
Kind of watching the weather.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'd like to do the beginning of December, but usually we're open the mid-December.
Okay, great.
So we'll see.
Well, sounds
about
like
that.
your plate is full. Your calendar is full. Always something going on.
Right. We have a lot of things going on.
Well, we appreciate all the things you do. It still amazes me the number of clients that you serve in the county. You touch a lot of people.
Right. Yes, we do.
And because of the services, we think about, food stamps,
Right.
But that's probably one of the things you do now. What's that called now? SNAP.
It's called SNAP.
Yeah. So it's changed a lot
Yes.
since my days.
Yes.
It's changed a lot. So.
And they've the COVID SNAP has lifted, and so now it's back to the way it was before.
Right.
So a lot of people lost a lot of their SNAP money, and a lot of them are elderly.
Right.
And they're on a fixed income, and now their SNAP went from $200 to $20. That's a big difference. And with our food prices skyrocketing, so the food banks are going through food like crazy, and the dinner together, their numbers are up over 100 now, people every night. So it just shows you, what's happening, right now in our community and all over the country. It's not just us, but.
I think donating food might be a great way to help if they can't make it to any of these events.
Sure.
Maybe with cans with Pop Top or shelf stable food that could be dropped off at social services.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
there's lots of ways to help, even if it's just $1.
Yeah. Those little dollars add up.
Yeah,
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have some huge support out there. I mean, our community.
We have a
I
lot
have
of
to say,
angels in front row.
We
don't
do. We do. We have community support. The churches are super supportive. Our community members are super supportive.
I think that's because they see that something gets done. The money goes to a good cause. It's actually people are using it and they see that benefit. And I think if people see success, then they want to be part of that. And there's a lot of organizations, they always got their hand out, but you never see anything they do.
Mm-hmm.
We're always in planning stages. But one thing about all your projects, they actually happen.
Right. Well, so far.
And they've been good. They're always
Yeah.
good projects, and you can see the big people that it benefits. And I think people like that.
Yeah.
So it's always a good opportunity to donate. If you can't, they always need volunteers.
Right.
Oh,
And we'll
that's-
be. And we
almost
have a
sometimes
Facebook.
you'd rather have the volunteers than the money.
Right. We have a Facebook page. The Thermal Shelter is a Facebook page. You can see what we're doing on that. Social Services, Employment Services at Social Services has a Facebook page. So it's Warren County Department of Employment Services, I think is what the name of it is on Facebook.
Okay.
So you can see what's happening there. We try to be kind of, put our information out there, what we're needing, what we're looking
appreciate
for.
Again, Megan, congratulations on your new
you.
job. We want you to come back and tell us all about the things that we need to learn about getting a job, because Mark and I might be looking for one here pretty soon. So
All right.
we
Sounds
appreciate that. Again, thanks so much, Michelle, for coming in, keeping us informed about all the great things that social services do in our community. All right.
And thank you for having us.
Oh, anytime. Appreciate it. Thanks again.
Thank you.